Friends, the year 2024 is coming to an end, and it's time for us to sum things up.
These are the incredible top camera phones that I tested in 2024, and they are amazing. And in this video, I'll tell you which one is the best.
In this video, I've gathered only those flagships that I've personally tested in 2024 and formed my own opinions about them. By the way, all the smartphones on our channel have been compared to the Samsung S24 Ultra, as I personally consider it to be a very balanced device with arguably the best cameras on the market. So, in my evaluations, I will often rely on comparisons with this flagship. Let's go! Hey friends, this video was translated using a neural network, so the sound quality isn't the best. If you want to listen to the original sound from a smartphone and hear the audio recording test, just follow the link in the description to our original video. The video is subjective, of course, so feel free to share your own top picks for this year in the comments. And we're starting.
And as usual, we'll start by recording a video with the front camera.
First, I suggest we determine the top 3 cameras based on technical specifications, and then I'll share my subjective top 3 based on my personal experience. If we look only at the technical specifications, the best front camera with 50 megapixels is on the Vivo X100 Ultra and Honor Magis 6 Pro. In second place is the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL with a 42 megapixel front camera. And in third place, you have the Xiaomi 14 Ultra and the Vivo X200 Pro, both with 32 megapixel front cameras. Another important parameter is the aperture, and the widest aperture is on the front cameras of both iPhones. Its value here is f1.9. By the way, friends, since the Vivo X100 Ultra and X200 Pro are very similar in specifications, I will refer to both of them as just Vivo in almost all the following categories.
So, in terms of video recording, the Vivo X200 Pro takes third place. It has a great front camera and is, in fact, one of the best cameras on the market. The smartphone is third because front camera portrait videos are only Full HD. Second place for front camera video goes to iPhone 15 Pro Max. This smartphone can shoot really great videos on the front camera. The only thing I don't quite like is the color reproduction. But other than that, it can shoot in 4K at 30 FPS with a background blur effect on the front camera. And that's really cool.
For me personally, the leader among this trio remains the Samsung S24 Ultra due to its excellent color reproduction, reliable stabilization, good dynamic range, and stunning portrait mode on the front camera. As for night video shooting with the front camera, I would not recommend any smartphone for this purpose at the moment. The image always turns out noisy, pixelated, and blurry, and unfortunately there isn't a smartphone that can handle such shooting well yet.
Now let's talk about shooting video with the main camera module.
Well, there are many worthy smartphones, and it turned out to be very difficult to choose the best ones, but it still needs to be done. I would rank the positions like this. In third place is the Xiaomi 14 Ultra, known for its vibrant image. It's technically solid. It has pleasant colors and skin tones, along with a good dynamic range. It's good from a technical standpoint as well, with all lenses being 50 megapixels, and the main one even has a variable aperture. The Xiaomi 14 Ultra also stands out because it's the only one that has 8K video on the ultra-wide camera, and it looks quite impressive. But in night shooting, Xiaomi falls behind its competitors. I would give second place to the iPhone. They maintain stabilization well, they have quite good logarithmic shooting, you can shoot video in ProRes RAW HDR, and the quality of shooting is good both during the day and at night. However, a clear downside of the iPhones is their very weak zoom. Another issue that only concerns the iPhone 16 Pro Max is the overexposed image that we encountered in our tests. And the winner in this category, I would say, is two smartphones, the Samsung S24 Ultra and the Vivo X200 Pro. Why Samsung? Here, the main camera is the most powerful at a whopping 200 megapixels, which delivers excellent detail. The video is consistently smooth and has good color reproduction. There's excellent 8K on the main lens and the best dual recording mode. This is a combined recording from the front and main cameras. Samsung also remains the best when it comes to audio recording while shooting video. But unfortunately, Samsung sometimes has issues with skin tones. Sometimes the skin turns out too dark or red. Vivo X200 Pro excels in video, handling noise, colors, and detail well. This smartphone handles video recording at the highest level, both during the day and at night. It works great with noise, delivers vibrant colors, highlights, and illuminates the face in the frame, and the detail is impressive even in the most challenging conditions. Let's move on to sound recording. It's a very important parameter if you plan to, for example, shoot a vlog on your smartphone or maybe want to record a concert or some event. And here, in my opinion, the Samsung S24 Ultra remains the best both in standard shooting and in Pro mode with the option to choose different microphones. It captures the voice excellently, separating it from even quite loud noise or wind. At the same time, Samsung doesn't drown out the voice with noise reduction. By the way, this year I was also impressed by the sound recording on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. However, it still falls a bit short compared to Samsung. I decided to highlight portrait photography as a separate point. For portrait video on the front camera, the Samsung S24 Ultra excels, recording in 4K, maintaining focus, handling blur boundaries well, and preserving facial details, unlike the Vivo. Previously, the iPhone led in main camera portrait video, offering smooth, steady shooting without focus loss. However, this year I would give the win to the Vivo X200 Pro, which performed excellently during the day with complex compositions and even managed well at night with 3 people in the frame. Moreover, in this mode, you can enable face retouching, which is not available on any other smartphone. Now it's time for the nomination for slow motion enthusiasts. The main flagship models for 2024 can already shoot 120 frames in 4K, but unfortunately not everyone can boast about that. But as far as shooting at 240 frames per second is concerned, everything is limited to Full HD resolution for now. In my subjective opinion, the best for shooting slow motion in 2024 would be the Vivo X200 Pro, Samsung S24 Ultra, and Sony Xperia 1.6 version. And among them, I can confidently say that the Vivo X200 Pro is the best. It produced excellent high-quality footage at both 120 and 240 frames per second, clearly surpassing its competitors. I love shooting time-lapses, and this year I discovered time-lapses on the Vivo X200 Pro. In landscape mode, you can shoot 4K time-lapses in any conditions, daytime, sunset, sunrise, or even night, and the results are stunning. At the same time, many competitors suffer from exposure jumps or generally write time-lapses only in Full HD, so here Vivo easily takes its winning first place. Let's talk about the long-range capabilities of the cameras in video mode and also discuss the best telephoto lens. In terms of specifications, the most powerful telephoto lens is found on Vivo smartphones, boasting an impressive 200 megapixels. In second place is the Honor Magic 6 Pro with its 180 megapixel telephoto lens. Samsung takes third place, as it has another significant technical advantage. It has as many as 2 telephoto lenses, one with 50 megapixels and the other with 10 megapixels. One is responsible for the 5x zoom and the other for the 3x zoom. My personal top isn't very different from the list above. I can definitely say that both Vivo and Samsung are the best when it comes to zoom, and in my experience, no competitor has been able to come close to them yet. Arguably, the best video zoom comes from the Samsung S24 Ultra thanks to its 2 telephoto lenses. Vivo's telephoto lens is marked with a 3.7x zoom, and both Vivo devices showed better results at this zoom level compared to Samsung's 3x zoom. But unfortunately, Vivo still falls short against Samsung in digital video zoom, so for now, the victory in this round goes to the S24 Ultra. Guys, this time I did the studio shoot with the brand new Fujifilm GFX 100S2. This was my first time using this camera and unfortunately it really let me down. When shooting remotely through the app instead of the 4K footage I had set up in advance, the video recorded in Full HD and it was constantly out of focus. And this was despite me setting the autofocus on the eyes. I usually do studio shoots with my Sony cameras, but I also have other top-notch gear from the best manufacturers on the market like Nikon, Canon and Panasonic. So let me know in the comments if you want to see a comparison of the coolest mirrorless cameras.
Guys, we've talked about the video. Now let's talk about photos taken with the front camera.
In this category, I would define the top 3 as follows: Honor Magic 6 Pro, Google Pixel 9 Pro XL, and Vivo. All the smartphones impressed with their pleasant skin tones, vibrant colors, good detail, and quality even in low light conditions.
I would give third place to the Honor Magic 6 Pro. It's an amazing device for taking selfies. It has a very good front camera that allows you to take great selfies both during the day and at night. The smartphone lights up your face, resulting in really cool shots. And by the way, the same feature is available on flagship models from other companies. The Honor Magic 6 Pro deserves its third place. I would give second place for front camera photos to the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. Guys, it's a fantastic device for taking photos with the front camera, both during the day and at night. Even night shots on this smartphone turn out really great. And for the top spot in front camera photography, I think you've already guessed it, of course, it's the Vivo X200 Pro and Vivo X100 Ultra. These smartphones rightfully take the top spot for front camera photography. The photos turn out just stunning, both during the day and at night. Vivo has amazing photo processing algorithms. There are a lot of cool features here, which we've talked about several times in our videos. Right now, the front camera photography on these smartphones is the best on the market. And that's a well-deserved first place.
The Samsung S24 Ultra didn't make it into the best selfie category because it struggled with lighting, faces and detail during the day and showed very poor results in low light with noise and weak quality.
Now let's talk about the photo on the main camera module.
In this category, we choose the best color accuracy and detail when photographing people and landscapes. Let's start with daytime photos. In my opinion, the leaders in this category are the Sony Xperia 1.6, Vivo, and Samsung S24 Ultra, and they are close in daytime photos. The shots are rich, bright, with nice skin tone and quality. However, Vivo smartphones excel in daytime photos of landscapes and people. They outperform the S24 Ultra in sharpness and detail. I appreciate their vibrant color accuracy. They surpass the S24 Ultra in terms of picture clarity and detail. What I like most about them is their vibrant color accuracy. At night, the best photo quality was shown by the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL Huawei Pure 70 Ultra, and both Vivo models, but still, my personal favorite will remain Vivo. I love how it beautifully highlights and illuminates faces, and really emphasizes the person in the shot.
Guys, you've been asking in the comments for a video on how to properly set up the camera on the Vivo X100 Ultra or Vivo X200 Pro, and I will definitely do that and show you why the Vivo X100 Ultra and Vivo X200 Pro are the best smartphones on the market in terms of photography capabilities with their main camera setup. So guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss this video.
Now let's move on to photos with background blur. Let's start with portrait selfies. In general, all smartphones have some minor flaws in selfies with background blur, especially with strong blur. However, I can still highlight one candidate here. This is the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. In my opinion, he did the best job, even with my daughter's difficult hair. As for the portrait from the main camera, it turned out to be extremely difficult to choose the top three: Huawei Pura 70 Ultra, Google Pixel 9 Pro XL, and Vivo X200 Pro. Friends, we came up with a test called the spoon fork test. This test shows smartphone accuracy with thin objects. So far, the Vivo X200 Pro has handled this task the best, keeping the utensils in the frame in all three shots, while the competitors, including the X100 Ultra, couldn't pass this test without serious flaws. The iPhone 15 Pro Max also did a decent job, which can't be said for the 16 Pro Max. We've already discussed video zoom, now let's talk about photos. Here, my personal top remains the same, but I would also add the Huawei Pure 70 Ultra to it. At certain zoom levels like 3.5x, Huawei managed to surpass the S24 Ultra in quality and detail, and at night it handled noise and detail preservation better. However, the Pure 70 Ultra, like the Vivo X100 Ultra, fell short against Samsung at maximum zoom levels, including at 100 times zoom in terms of sharpness and readability. But the one that managed to surpass it is the Vivo X200 Pro. Both day and night, it performed at maximum zooms almost better than the Samsung S24 Ultra, which no one has ever managed to do before. That's why I awarded the victory to him in this category. Let's talk about some of the most beautiful photos. Photos of the night sky and the moon. In the category for the best astrophotography, I believe there are only a few contenders: Samsung S24 Ultra, Vivo, and Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. The Pixel delivers beautiful colors and quite high clarity in its shots. Samsung produces beautiful and brighter starbursts. The Vivo has amazing photos, and only here in astrophotography mode can you observe the constellations. It's really interesting, especially if you have kids. As for the pictures of the moon, here we award the smartphone for the best rendering of the Earth's satellite. Obviously, without the help of algorithms, it would not have been possible to shoot anything like this on a small smartphone matrix. And here, Vivo's algorithms outperform all competitors. I've never seen a moon like this anywhere else. So in this category, Vivo definitely takes the win. I decided to highlight macro photography as a separate section and immediately choose the best smartphones for macro photos and macro videos. I can highlight the following contenders: iPhone 16 Pro Max, Vivo, and Huawei Pure 70 Ultra. In my opinion, Vivo smartphones win here because they shoot macro, the 200 megapixel telephoto lens, so the quality of both video and photos is probably the best among the competitors. In summary of the video and photo capabilities of smartphones, I would like to highlight one more category. This is the creativity of smartphone cameras. We take into account all the creative possibilities, filters, AI features, built-in tutorials for beautiful videos and photos, and it's probably no surprise to anyone that Vivo takes the top spot without question. I've never encountered such a creative freedom that these smartphones provide anywhere else. Even if you don't know how to take photos or shoot videos at all, the smartphone will teach you how to choose angles, poses, focal lengths, and provide other useful tips for shooting. For advanced users, Vivo offers a pro camera mode that simulates a professional interface with fine-tuning options. In addition, you'll find a ton of regular AI filters, makeup options, retouching, various types of background blurring, and face shape adjustments. As I mentioned before, this is the perfect smartphone for those who are active on social media and don't want to bother with editing photos and videos. Every shot is already ready for publication and gathering likes. In second place, I would put the Samsung S24 Ultra and its new Galaxy AI, which allows you to generate objects in already taken photos. My family and I were just testing this feature in Seoul at the Toilet Museum, and it was fun, and I would probably give the honorable third place to the Pixel with its Add Me feature. This is an interesting mode that we also tested in the big review of the Pixel 9 Pro XL. It allows you to take a photo and then add yourself to that photo. It doesn't work perfectly, but if you choose the right angle, in some cases, this feature can be very useful. Let's talk about the most important thing for your eyes, the displays. All our flagships are equipped with OLED or AMOLED screens at 120 Hz. In my personal experience, all the screens are vibrant and it's a pleasure to use them, so for choosing the winner, we'll rely on PWM indicators. In the end, it turned out that Chinese smartphones were significantly less prone to flickering than Samsung and American competitors. The lowest indicator was shown by the Vivo X200 Pro, which is why I confidently awarded the victory in this category. Let's move on to the performance of our smartphones. I only use smartphones for shooting and some work tasks, so I can't really assess their suitability for gaming. I conducted performance tests in Antutu and Geekbench, but there's a hitch here. For Apple smartphones, the same Antutu has not been updated for a long time, while we measured Android smartphones in a newer version of this test. So, we'll only compare the numbers from the Geekbench measurement. In the top 3 most powerful smartphones, we have the Vivo X200 Pro and both iPhones. Well, my personal top powerful smartphones looks like this. Samsung S24 Ultra, both iPhones and both Vivos. If I had to choose a leader among them, it would definitely be the iPhone 16 Pro Max. There is currently no device on the market that is both so stable and powerful at the same time. Another crucial indicator of modern smartphones is Wi-Fi speed. For the sake of the experiment, I measured all our smartphones one by one in a gigabit network. Google Pixel 9 Pro XL was fastest with 922 Mbps download and nearly 700 Mbps upload. The second and third places went to the Xiaomi 14 Ultra and Honor Magis 6 Pro, with roughly similar figures for both download and upload. An important parameter for any modern smartphone is its battery life. In all the tests, I used the smartphones throughout the day, only for taking photos and videos. I would also like to note that I always started all tests with a 100% charged battery, and at the end of the day, I summed up the remaining charge. And from my personal experience, the Vivo X200 Pro held its charge the best. By the end of each shooting day, it had twice as much charge left as the S24. I would like to highlight the best operating system as a separate category. In my opinion, this remains the case at the end of 2024. The operating system from Apple is iOS. No matter what anyone says, this is the most user-friendly and safest operating system among all existing ones. From personal experience, I can say that the Apple device is the best solution for children or, for example, the elderly. And in general, for anyone who is not very knowledgeable about information security and digital hygiene, if you understand and accept all the risks, if the flexibility and openness of the system are important to you, as it is important to me, then of course only Android. But even though I personally prefer Android devices, I still consider iOS to be the most stable and reliable system. Let's talk about a rather painful point, the packaging. It's painful because, following Apple's lead, many other major manufacturers have started cutting back on packaging as well. Google, Samsung, Sony. In the boxes of these smartphones, you'll find at best just a charging cable and at worst only paperwork, like with the Sony Xperia 6. I have not encountered such a problem among Chinese manufacturers yet. Everyone includes a power adapter, a case, and even puts on a protective film. But the one that impressed me the most was the Huawei Pura 70 Ultra, which even came with a smartwatch as a gift for pre-ordering. But we are still looking exclusively at what we have in the smartphones box. And here, all Chinese smartphones come out on top.
So let's summarize. Which smartphone would I call the best in 2024? In terms of photo and video capabilities. And here I would say it's the Vivo X200 Pro and surprisingly the Samsung S24 Ultra. Friends, why did I highlight these two smartphones as the best flagships, the best camera phones on the market? It's very simple. Samsung is the top device in terms of complete workflow. This smartphone works beautifully right out of the box. You don't need to install anything extra here, while the Vivo X200 Pro I have right now is the Chinese version. I've already seen news that the global version has been released, and you friends who are watching our channel are probably already actively testing the global version. If it's not too much trouble, please write in the comments how you feel about the global version of the Vivo X200 Pro. It's only because this is the Chinese version that I didn't give this smartphone an unconditional victory. And that's why I've always recommended, in terms of photo and video capabilities, and as an overall flagship, it's definitely the Samsung S24 Ultra. That's why I've compared most of the videos on the channel specifically with it. Why would I give the top spot to Vivo? It has an amazing battery, a stunning display, a modern, powerful processor, and of course, great cameras. The cameras here are just top-notch. At the moment, my Samsung battery drains much faster. The screen on the Samsung makes quite a bit of noise, which isn't great for your eyes. Throughout the whole year, they still haven't managed to fix the portrait video shooting on the main camera block. So far, the Samsung S24 Ultra loses frames or loses focus during shooting, which is obviously not great. From Vivo's perspective, there are no such problems. So basically, this smartphone is currently the absolute best on the market. Well, that's a well-deserved first place. Samsung S24 Ultra and Vivo X200 Pro.
So these are the results for 2024. I'll say it again, this is my personal top list, and please make sure to write in the comments which smartphone you think deserves the title of the best. And thank you all for your views, likes and comments. There will be more cool reviews, epic tests and battles coming up. Subscribe so you don't miss out, give it a thumbs up and see you later.